A very good morning, afternoon to you, Gary. Looking at those numbers, pre-tax profit up by 20.6%, but revenues are pretty flat. Are you satisfied with those numbers?
Yeah, obviously we would like our revenue to grow. In reality, the revenue was slightly impacted by demand on semi-processed, but overall, the business is looking very healthy. Our contract manufacture was up nicely. Our export volumes in finished product was up nicely, and our volume in Kenya is up about 3% on same period last year.
Now, looking at those that demand from the semi-processed tobacco, now it's mostly consumed in Egypt. We know what's been happening over in Egypt, given that it's been a center of political unrest. But the situation seems to be improving on that front. What kind of demand can we see coming through from Egypt going forward?
We're expecting the situation, it's not only Egypt, we also supply a couple of other countries. We're expecting the situation to improve considerably going into the second half of this year. And, sometimes it's a bit of a timing issue where they might have taken a little bit too much stock at the end of last year. But going into the second half of this year, I'm relatively confident that the situation in Egypt will improve.
Looking at the currency, it did dampen some of the earnings that you have put out. Now we have the central bank decreasing interest rates by 150 basis points. Pretty good for for your company, particularly going forward. The type of earnings we could possibly see coming through, given the fact that the interest rate has been decreased.
Yeah, this is very positive for all industry in Kenya, and I think the overall economic climate for the Kenyan economy. If you look at last year, we actually had quite a windfall from an exchange gain point of view with the currency slipping, largely because the structure of the business is 60% exports and about 40% on the domestic market.
You have given an interim dividend of about 3 shillings and 50 cents. Could we perhaps see a dividend coming through for the second half of the year?
Look, it's a little early to call that. If you look at the business again, 2010 against 2011, there was a real change in the way the business was structured. And our aim this year, considering the soft performance of our semi-processed tobacco, we're expecting we're expecting revenue to remain relatively flat on last year. And but I'm encouraged, and I honestly believe we can convert the operating margin line as a result of focus on our costs and the improvements that we're getting out of our contract and export business, as well as the growth in the Kenyan market.